Hello guys, welcome back to another video where I'm going to talk about something that is very near and dear to me. And I've made videos talking about this subject before, but I want to talk about it again because I feel it's important, especially with the new expansion coming up. Shut up, phone! Shut up! I want to talk about something that is very near and dear and special to me. And I feel it's really important because we have the new expansion coming out, Battle for Azeroth. And I feel that this is a perfect opportunity for Blizzard to finally, maybe bring some of this stuff back. And that is, of course, World PvP. Now, before I talk about the importance of World PvP and why it's so special, I want to present Exhibit A. As you guys can see by Exhibit A, this is the World of Warcraft, not World of Arena Craft. Not World of queue up for a battleground and it takes 8 minutes for the frickin' thing to let you in the battleground. No, it's World of Warcraft, alright? Therefore, in this game, it should be polluted with tons of conflict, open world PvP, and again, Battle for Azeroth is the perfect time to do this. But why is World PvP so important? And how could Blizzard capitalize on World PvP going forward? Now, before I get into all that, I want to say one thing. Because there's going to be that one person in the comments section, that one person who's going to say, I hate World PvP because when I was playing my mage one time, there was this rogue and he came up behind me and ganked me, so I hate World PvP. Listen, there's a difference, okay, kind of, between a rogue ganking your level 23 ass in Hillsbrad and a bunch of level 120s raiding your capital city, okay? Now, a lot of people that played back in the ye olde yonder days, including me, remember the World PvP in Azeroth, especially before the introduction of Battlegrounds. In places like Terran Mill versus South Shore, there was Cutthroat Vale, that's Stranglethorn Vale for those that don't know, or even the mighty place known as the Gauntlet. That is Blackrock Mountain, for those that don't know. Anyway, point is that there was a lot of World PvP, and this really brought the world to life in a whole new way, and it really inspired a lot of faction pride, because when your faction got together and went and raided Stormwind, it was pretty cool. But Blizzard obviously did not promote this system, because back in the day, that was really server straining. Blizzard's technology when it came to servers wasn't as good as we have it today, so when you had a bunch of people PvPing in one zone, it tended to cause a lot of crashes and server lag. But over the years, Blizzard tried to bring back World PvP in some ways, but they sort of created this instanced version of World PvP. They brought back things like Wintergrasp and Tol Barad, and they brought things like in Legion you have the World PvP areas where you walk into a specific area in Stormheim and you enter into this PvP phase and you do your little PvP with some people, usually not because no one is ever out in the open world. Now, I'm not bashing this system. I do like it, and I would like to see little areas like pockets of dedicated PvP continue going forward in World of Warcraft, but I would like to see a little bit more incentive towards open world PvP. I would like to see PvP in Elwynn Forest. I would like to see PvP occurring in, I don't know, the Blasted Lands or Teneris or wherever, Outland, Northrend, it doesn't matter. Creating an incentive for players to go out and to kill each other, even in zones outside of places like Wintergrasp and the little designated PvP spots in Stormheim and across the Broken Isles. You know what I mean. If you really want to sell the fantasy of a Battle for Azeroth, you can't limit the Battle for Azeroth to a tiny little area on Kul Tiras and a tiny little area in Zandalar where the Horde and the Alliance meet up and they just do a little bit of battle. You really want the conflict spilling out into every single corner of Azeroth, hence making it a Battle for Azeroth. But how can they do it? How? How do you get people killing each other in the open world? Well, first and foremost, I think that if you're in a raid group and you kill a faction leader, whether it's Anduin or Sylvanas or whatever, you should be rewarded a ton of honor points. But equally so, if you actually are defending your capital city leaders, you should be rewarded a ton of honor points for defending them, which I think would be awesome. If you're out in the open world, for example, questing in Stone Talon Mountains, for example, you should be rewarded honor points for killing somebody within your level range. And at the same time, I sort of wish that Blizzard would bring back the dishonorable kill system. I like the idea that, let's say, for example, I am raiding Stormwind with my fellow Horde brothers, okay? And we're raiding Stormwind, and I see, a level 20 guy. And he's, casting Blizzard at me, and, he's a mage, he's shooting fireballs at me, and they're not hitting me. And I'm level 120, I'm a Death Knight, whatever. I think that if I were to go up to him and kill him, I should lose honor. Yeah, like just lose a couple of honor points, go down rather than up. So it kind of, it kind of discourages things like ganking low-level players and stuff. I mean, you can do it if you want. It's just going to make the whole honor grind a little bit harder. Something else that I would really like to see going forward in World of Warcraft, very similar to Wintergrasp, but maybe on a smaller scale, is capturable territories that the Horde and the Alliance could fight over. Something like, imagine Wintergrasp, but it's just one tower with a collection of vendors or something. There's some perk to having that tower. Kind of like maybe the old Plaguelands PvP system, but with a little bit more, spice it up a little bit, because the old Plaguelands PvP system, no one really cared about the towers all that much. Put some vendors, some special PvP vendors or something in these towers and kind of dot them around Kul Tiras, dot them around Azeroth, the old world, Northrend, it doesn't matter, and have players fight over these territories in order to get rewards. Now, some people might say in response to that that sounds like a great idea, but the problem is on my server, the Alliance outnumbers the Horde 2-1, so the Alliance is always going to have the advantage. But Blizzard has the whole cross-realm technology thing going on, and so maybe using the power of cross-realm tech, they can sort of even the playing field. And is anybody else getting annoyed by the fact that I literally have the light of Jesus on my face right now? Every time I lean back in my chair to like relax and talk, I get this blinding light right in my face. Okay, whatever. All right, pretty much to wrap up. Blizzard has talked about doing things like bounty hunting. They've talked about how they want to put more emphasis on the world PvP, and they've got some creative ideas going forward with the world PvP, but I don't think that they're really going to sell that Battle for Azeroth theme unless they really get people fighting out in the open world and not just in small designated areas. I just really want to see Battle for Azeroth be a true Battle for Azeroth, and I think that's really important and will really sell this expansion, because PvP needs some love. I mean, come on, man. PvP needs some love. Here, here. High five. High five. All right, that's right. I want to see the world descend into fire and anarchy and conflict and unnecessary killing of innocent, peoples, because that would be fucking awesome. It'd be brutal, and I'd love it. And I want to see that. I want to see Stormwind burn to the ground. I want to defend Orgrimmar from Alliance raids with my fellow brothers in arms. And I want to be rewarded for that. I want to get honor points. I want to get gear. I want to get achievements. I want to get a swag mount saying like the frickin' the Kodo of Orgrimmar's defense, and ride that thing around and be like, yeah, bitches, like, you thought you could take Orgrimmar, but you failed. Haha, and ride around on that thing right in front of Stormwind. So, what do you guys think? God, that light. So what do you guys think about that light? What do you guys think about the whole world PvP thing? We need some love. PvP needs a nice good pat on the back. So that's pretty much it. That's me sharing my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed my new Machinima video. If you didn't see it, I highly recommend you go check it out. It's called A Noob's Adventure in Vanilla WoW. So if you're a fan of world PvP, you're probably going to like that video. We'll see. But either way, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to roll out now, and I'm going to go pet my puppies. So I'll see ya.